What's happening, people? Paddy the Baddy here, and these are 5 moments that shape me. Got a proper bonehead there, proper skinhead. Still look like an absolute baby. Teenage Paddy the Baddy was reckless. He did whatever he wanted to do, he didn't listen to anyone else. No one else knew better than him. Don't know where I'd be right now if I weren't for fighting. Probably end up in jail. Either would have been that, or probably would have been with me other mates who I'm closer to on site. You know what I mean? Being a roofer or a tarmacher or a joiner, so a bricklayer, you know what I mean? I'm not built for that, me. I started on the 20th of January 2010. I come to Next Gen, started training, fell in love with it right away, or said straight away I'm going to be a UFC world champion. I remember getting it proper put on me in here one time when I was a kid by a woman called Millie. When I was 15, she spinning back fisted me in the chops and all that.
Okay, do you have a fight nickname?
My coach calls me Paddy the Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy the Paddy. So what do you know about your opponent?
Wrestler.
As you can see, no media training, no nothing like that, just started talking. Didn't even know much about my opponent, I just knew he was a wrestler and I was going to submit him. And that's exactly what I did, submitted him in the first round.
This is across the jaw right now, but Scott does look as though he's panicking. And he's tapped out.
Yeah. You know, he looks like just a young kid, but he has got some real skills.
You don't fancy the short hair again now, though, looking back on that?
No. Laura said she'd divorce me if I got short hair again. No way I'm doing that ever again, lad. I couldn't do it. Obviously, when you lose at the time, it's disgusting. It's even worse for me looking back now, because the first fight I lost, I was only 18 and fought someone a lot older than me, and he only caught me in the submission because he grabbed the cage. The 2 losses that I've got in title fights, both of them I went into. One I went in sick, one I went in injured, and both of the opponents were on steroids. So, like, I could be 26-0 really if I weren't fighting cheating. The Soren back one was harder to come back from because I had him in a fully cinched up rear naked choke in the first round, but because I went into the fight injured, my wrist was still broke. I couldn't get the proper squeeze on it. Like, I should have finished that fight, should have won that fight. It's the way it is, and it shaped me, it made me who I am. Without them, I probably wouldn't be in this position that I'm in now. Got a phone call like 36 hours before my fight. One of the lads from my house, Ricky, had killed himself. Was in shock at first, you know what I mean? He was always dead happy, and then obviously I still had to get on the scales and weigh in like 6 hours later, and then fought the next day, and it just all come out after it, you know what I mean?
There's a stigma in this world that men can't talk. If you're a man and you've got weight on your shoulders, please speak to someone. Speak to anyone.
It's still happening now, lad. You know, Scott and Maggie, 2 people who I know. Maggie come to watch me fight in Miami, and he's not here anymore, neither Scott. So what I said hasn't made that much of a difference, because even people that I know personally are still killing themselves.
There are people that message 100% helps.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that said after it, like, oh, that saved my life, and that means more than any world title ever will. People are still here because of what I said, but as I say, it's still men killing themselves. I always say, speak to someone. A problem shared, a problem halved. Speaking to anyone who's close to you will help, but then if you need extra help like I did, you go to therapy. You have to practice what you preach, you know what I mean? You have to do the things that you say to do, or you're a liar, and I do. I speak to people when stuff gets a bit too much. Years ago I never used to, but obviously now it's a lot different. Just being a dad in general is amazing, lad. Just watching me little girls grow up. Obviously I can't wait to have a boy, but having girls is special. They've got their own little personalities, they're running around constantly doing all madness, hitting each other over the head with things and that, but they're not going to be fighters, lad. No, I don't want I don't think Molly does want me kids being little meatball Mollies, lad, following their footsteps. That won't happen. As part of parenting, the nights, lad, when you're trying to sleep, and there's 2 of them in your bed wriggling around, kicking you in the face. Biggest lesson they've taught me, being a dad in general teaches you a new lesson every day. You learn something new every day with them, lad. It's special. There's no feeling like winning, like getting your hand raised. The only thing I compare it to is watching your wife give birth, but I knew that was going to happen. I said that I was going to make a statement like that, and nothing surprises me anymore, you know what I mean? The goalposts get moved, and that's just the way it is with my career, lad. I'm going to get knocked out before the fight, and then when I beat them, it's like, oh, he wasn't that good anyway. Well, that's twice I've won in front of Trump. Twice I've beaten an American in front of Trump, and he's probably going to be here in January, well, in 2 weeks, lad. So I'll probably win a third fight in front of Trump, beating a third American in front of Trump. I have a saying, there's no point in being nervous when you know you're going to win. So what's pressure? I love the people who doubt, I love the haters, so keep hating and I'll keep proving you wrong.